We are live. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. It's your girl, NdiNaija. Ja, ja. Eh. It's time for Grown Girl Chat, y'all. Grown Girl Chat. So, this is new. As you can see, I have some lovely ladies on the screen with me over here. We have the amazing EB, aka Designs by EB. Say hi, EB.
Hey y'all, how are y'all?
And we have the wonderful Angela. I need EB to say a few things about Miss Angela. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay,
Hey
well I
y'all.
met her while we were both pregnant, and I met her, and we just clicked. Okay, that's like one of my coolest friends ever. So yeah, we
Oh,
just automatically clicked, and we've been cool since then. Our kids are 6 now, so yeah,
6 years.
I know.
6 years. And my baby is 6 too. So kudos to us. Hi, Tamar. Oh, you were waiting for us. Thank you. We're going to give it a few minutes for some more people to talk. But we wanted to get the introductions out of the way and hear what you guys have to say about our topic. Are you a 50-50 woman? Challenges of dating in 2020. This is a philosophical exercise. No, it's not. Not at all. So we're just gonna talk. We're gonna say our piece because if you're a single in these streets, it's hard. Some of us don't have the same experience that some other of us are having, but they can watch. EB. So yeah, some of us don't have the same single experience because they ain't single. Those of us who are single are we've been through things. Oh God, we've been
Tell
through
me
things.
about it.
Hey Wendy, how you doing? How are you doing? Oh my goodness, yes, just like Wendy Williams. I used to love Wendy Williams.
Oh yeah,
I
she's
used to love
different
Wendy
now,
Williams.
right?
She is very different. Very, very different. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened.
Mhm.
So yes, what do you think of our topic? As you all come in, hit the like button and subscribe. I think I need to mute for 1 second.
Yes. Are you a 50-50 woman? What does that mean?
I'm gonna have to say no. Mhm. I'm sorry. That's not how I was brought up.
Right. Yup, yup, yup. Let's see.
Okay, I was trying something out, but I don't think it's going to work. I was trying to see if I could monitor the comments on my phone, but I think it's better to do it from here.
Okay.
So, ladies, what do you think? Oh, and I hope everybody's got their libations.
Mhm.
Yep.
I will be drinking kombucha tonight.
I will be
I'm
drinking.
drinking hot cocoa.
I think it looks like rosé. I don't know what
Hmm.
rosé looks like, so I'm not the right one to say.
Let me see. Oh, it looks
A
Ginger
nice
ale.
little fruity drink.
like a sangria, but it's not
Mm.
red. Uh,
Yeah.
mango,
Mango.
mango drink. Yeah, mango drink or something.
This is a ginger. No, this is just raw kombucha.
Mm.
This is just raw kombucha. So I have some kombucha. I have my fruit. I mean, I'm trying to be a little bougie for y'all. Just trying to be a little, go
All right, all right.
superb.
Okay, Cool Crafty Creation said, good evening, young ladies. I am old school. Help me understand what a 50-50 woman is.
Hi, Cool
So,
Craft Creations. We have been suffering out here. That's all we want to say. Angela, you want to start us off? What is a 50-50 woman?
Um, wow. Well, I'm not a 50-50 woman, so I can't really tell you what it is. But from my understanding, it's someone to go half with the man.
Ooh,
I mean, half with everything, bills, responsibilities, yeah, all of that. But like me, I grew up, the man is the provider. There is no 50-50. He's the one taking care of taking care of his family. But it's 2020 and, it's females out there that are okay with the 50-50. Not me. Mm-mm.
it's odd. It's odd. So my understanding of the 50-50 woman isn't much different from what you said. I have heard of where folks split things down the middle. Now,
Mm-hmm.
my experience hasn't been 50-50. Um, in fact, it's my experience has been weird. But one thing I do know, when I've heard of people going 50-50, usually they're just dating, they haven't been committed yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then there are some people who get married or they're living together, they're engaged, they are in a committed relationship together, and um, based on their incomes, they contribute a somewhat, what's the mathematical term for it? Like a relative portion of what they make to the home. The thing that concerns me with this is the fact that traditionally women have been caretakers of the home,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning, cooking, taking care of children. So once, if a man suggests that they go 50-50, I will personally be skeptical of that because is it possible to really have equity in such a relationship? Is it possible to for 50-50 to really occur? Because if the woman is contributing half the rent, half the bills, or rent, mortgage, whatever, half of all of the bills, there's a very huge likelihood that she is cooking most of the meals and doing most of the cleaning and most of
Mm-hmm.
the shopping and most of
And
the
most of
mental
the
and emotional
caring.
work required to run a family.
It's
So
not
how is that
50-50
50?
at that point. That's not 50-50. It's not.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's more like what is that, the 80-20? That's like the 80-20 when she's contributing 80% and he's contributing 20.
Hmm.
right. Well, in my experience, in the beginning of my well, I wouldn't even say marriage because at that time we were dating. Well, engagement because yeah, he moved in about 4 or 5 months before we got married, and so we did do 50-50. His lease was up. I still had mine, so we were getting married in 4 months. So yeah, might as well. We did 50-50. I don't think it was a problem until after we had a kid, and then it was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, that's just not gonna happen. Like this ain't gonna work." So basically, it changed. It became like, "Oh, okay, oh, okay." I'm at home with the kid. Well, in the beginning, after having the baby, it wasn't no 50-50 because at this point, I can't work. I'm with the baby. So it changed that way.
Yeah.
And so um, trying to get back into working and becoming 50-50 and didn't even get, we didn't get to back to that 50-50 because I had a kid, so, and then I had to be part-time with work instead of full-time prior to, so. For me, as I'm now older, no, that 50-50 is not gonna work. I can still work a full-time, but I'm still not gonna pay half the rent. Like, I feel like, I think it works for other people, but for me, I think now, and then with pandemic and everything else, it's kind of impossible to be a 50-50 woman if you're married.
But you know what? And you see how things change when you bring kids into the marriage and even relationships and stuff like that. And this is my opinion. Naturally, I don't think we're supposed to take on those responsibilities of working and being the provider and all this type of stuff. Naturally, we are nurturers and caregivers and things like that. We are supposed to be at home, making sure the home is good, taking care of our kids. Like, I honestly think that, because look at it, like, it's chaotic. Like, you have to sit here, you have to work, you have to take care of the house as well. Like, what I mean, where did we go wrong? Like, we have this additional stress upon us trying to make a living, when naturally and in the beginning it was never for us to make, to have to go out and work and be providers and stuff like that. And that's why it's even harder, especially when you have kids. Like, we birth children. We need that time off. We can't just say, okay, well, I can't do it, you do it, or we can't do that. So I just think that that's like something went wrong somewhere, to where now we have to pick up the slack. We have to work long hours. We have to get additional, income and stuff like that to make sure the household is good.
I feel that's pretty bad for the mom to be able to have to take on 2 jobs just to make a living, or try to get to a place where they can be financially stable. It's kind of tough, because I feel like the kid is suffering and not getting that full,
exactly,
because she's working hours. And
mom is
It's so Cool Crafty Creation says, if the man is the head of the household, he takes care of the household. The only time you're doing this 50-50 thing is if you're shacking. Well, sometimes no, because, for example, if you happen, and we might be going into a different conversation here, but if you happen to marry a guy who is earning less than you, then what happens?
You have to pick up the rest.
And it's
exactly.
And it's sad to say that, but it's almost true. Or, I mean, but it is true. I'm not gonna even say it's almost true. It is true. Or you're gonna be lacking of something. Like, well, if we don't have to do it this way, then hey, we're not gonna have cable or something like that. Or if you at high speed and all of this type of stuff, it's gonna be up to you to pick up the rest. Like,
and I want to say,
only pay the mortgage. You can only pay the mortgage.
And this is the thing. Do you go to him and say, hey, babe, you thinking about picking up an extra job? Like, do you go to him and say that? You know what I mean? I mean, do you sit down and have a conversation with him and say, babe,
you have to
happen.
You have to have a conversation, or you bear it for a number of years. Let's see, when I was in college, there were a couple of guys who were going to school, engineering school. One of them worked after school, the other one did not. The one who didn't work, pretty much all he was doing was school. He was extremely focused, he was studious, he got all A's, and he was just, he took as many classes as possible, he got all A's, and he scaled through. So his wife was working, and she was taking care of everything. And they postponed having a baby until he was done with school, because once he graduated, he was going to make good money. At least at the time, engineers were graduating and earning, well, what did and his name was Chad. What did he study? Did he do civil or mechanical? Well, engineers were graduating and making about 50 grand a year at the time. And the wife was a teacher. So they lived modestly. He wasn't, just, I want the latest this, I want the latest that. I'm here to go to school, and this is it. I have to hurry up because this is what I have to do. And I talked to him about it, and he said, well, the reason she's doing this is because when she went to school, I worked and I took care of everything, and she didn't have to worry. And I was like, okay. So at least she has seen through your actions that you support her, that you supported her, and it'll be the same. So by the time we got to the final year of college, the wife was like, we need to have a baby. And they got pregnant. They had a baby last year of college. Thankfully, right after college, he got a job, and, now the family's finances have improved. So in that situation, if the man has shown willingness and ability to support the woman's dreams, I think it's fine to actually, for a period of time, be the main provider. Now, it's not going to be easy, but one has to be mature about it. Yeah.
I agree.
That's big.
When he
Maturity
says,
is
oh,
big.
no, this is mine.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've seen it where one will go to school full time, one will work, and then switch off, and it actually worked. Like I know a couple like that right now, and now they're able to buy a house because now both of them can work. Both of them have full time jobs now, so it can happen. I believe in that, but it takes a strong woman to be able to work and take care of the kids, by herself and have a man.
It does. It wasn't designed that way. God didn't design it that way, but you have to do what you have to do. I'm a single mom. I didn't plan on it, but it is what it is. And thankfully, I have a great kid. I have been blessed with a job, great job, but at the same time, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. So, Cool Crafty Creation says the traditional thing left in that dispensation because incomes are different now. So that is a huge part of this conversation, I think. Income disparities. And as more women have gone to college, as women have become more ambitious, like I personally am, I think I'm pretty ambitious. I'm not one to stay home. I'm not domestic. No. I am not domestic. I refuse. And someone's looking for a certain mouse. Interesting. Okay. Like I said, I'm not domestic. I'm not going to be your Susie homemaker. I have zero interest in it because I grew up Nigerian. I'm the first girl of a family of 4. We always had about a total of 10, 12 people in our house at any given time. So I've done a lot of work in my life. I'm not ready to do anymore. I've swept, cleaned, cooked, taken care, washed the outside driveway, the gutter. I'm not ready to do that anymore. I'm not. I am not.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you don't have to wash the gutters and clean the gutters. Yeah,
Mm,
we don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, no. There's some. I feel like there's some roles that men have to take on that I would not do. Like take out trash is something I would not do. I'm so sorry, can't do it.
Yeah, but if you're the only one at home, you have to do it. I have to take out the trash.
To do it, but I'm telling you that trash will be piled up before I drag it over there because I feel like, oh, I can't wait for him to come home so he can take out the trash because I just feel like I don't know, I just feel like trash is a guy thing to do. That's just me, but I mean, if I'm the only one there and it's full, I will take it out. But
That's odd because growing up in Nigeria, that didn't happen. This concept of the guy taking out the trash.
really?
No, it didn't.
so
It didn't. That happened. I saw that when I came to the United States, and I was like, why? Whoever sees the trash is full should take it out.
Yeah.
that is true. But I just don't want to. That's probably what it is for me. I just, yeah.
So, so do you think like these gender roles are cultural? Do you think
To
that
an
they only
extent.
happen in certain places? Like, do we put too much on the man? Like, you got to do this, you got to do that because you're a man.
It's not, the thing is, it's not us, it's not women.
Society.
I don't know when exactly it happened, but yes, society. Because in general, across the globe, women do more domestic work. Women bear the, I don't want to call it the burden, but it is a lot of work to care for a child or children emotionally, physically, just care for a child
Oh, wow.
and think about all the things a child has to do and all the things you have to do for the child. So men have evolved their what they see as their role, and they have enforced it through patriarchy. And they've called these things like what is traditional and what a woman's role is, and a woman's place is in the kitchen and all of that. But they choose to ignore the amount of labor that goes into these things. And then, I mean, if I'm cooking, I'm not the person to cook dinner every night. First of all, we will defrost and warm it up on the stove in the microwave, and we will eat it. But if I was the person to be cooking every night and washing dishes and cleaning, and I've been around kids all day, maybe I'm chasing a 2.5-year-old, a toddler, and a 5-month-old or something. You, what are you going to tell me to do with, oh, hey, we're short on this amount of cash the month. Okay. And what do you want me to do? What do you want
But
me to
you
do?
know,
I'm taking care of the inside. What are you doing? You know?
yeah. But you know what? They look at us as, especially now, because we're independent, they look at us as super women, that we should be able to do all of those things. And all
Oh
they
no.
have to do is work. And
Is bring money? No, I
yeah.
refuse. I refuse.
And
I,
and, and give
I
give you a few minutes of their time that night before he go to sleep.
no, no. I am. That's why. Well, this is me personally, which is why I said I'm not ready to do any domestic work. Any man who's coming into my life who is not ready to reduce the load that I already bear, what are you coming to do? You're just coming to take. You're not coming to give. If you care for this person, if you love this person, your primary aim is to reduce their burden. I will take some of your burden from you. I will reduce the load that you have to carry financially, emotionally, in parenting, in looking at the future, having someone to talk with, having someone to share a bed with. I will take the load off of you. That's what it is. So let me read a couple of comments. Issa Plana, Leonette says, I need my own money and bank accounts because if the marriage certificate expires, wait, Leonette, the marriage certificates don't expire, do they?
Yeah.
If the marriage if the marriage certificate expires and he gotta go, I'm not worried about finances on my end, and that's the way my mother raised us girls. Oh yeah, they called it. The Caribbean folks will call it vex money. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you should have your own bank account. I think you can create. I mean, y'all can have one together for bills, but you need your own.
Yes.
I really think so because you
Yes.
just
If I ever get married, I will have me an account.
and I wouldn't. You never know what happens or anything, but it's just a safety net for you, and just in case something actually happened. Not even as far as y'all breaking up, but as far as something life threatening happen, at least you do have your savings account where you can help with something, or if you chose to go to school or something, you're not depending on the money that y'all have together or his money. You also have money of your own as well, because it's always a safety net. So I always think you should have money. Y'all should have a bank account together, so you know how to manage money with each other, but then on your own.
I agree. Because personally, that was one of the ways that I knew I was in an abusive marriage, because he insisted that I close my bank account, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was like, I'm not going to do that. Why do I need to? Well, we have to have, if we're becoming one, and the Bible says this. I said, the Bible doesn't say anything about bank account. The Bible doesn't say anything about bank account. So my mom asked me, she said, well, I mean, just close it and then you can go back and open it. I said, it is the principle of the thing. I'm not closing that account. Come and beat me. Well, I mean, yeah, but that was neither here nor there. I didn't expect that. But yes, that's how I found out. That's one of the ways I found out that that's what I was experiencing, because, and the funny thing is, so the account that had all the money in it, when he decided that, he was going to show me and he was going to do me all this stuff, because you know how abusive people can be. They want to control. He took all the money out of the bank account, all of it, and just shut it out. He cut off everything that could be cut off. And I just sat there and was like, so really, if I had closed my account, because all of a sudden my parents were scrambling and like, we need to send this lady money. If I had closed my account, I would have been just high and dry with nothing. So yes, I do agree that women, we need to have our own bank accounts, no matter what at all. So again, Cool Crafty Creation says, in this dispensation, what woman is domestic? Unless that couple has agreed that the woman is going to stay home. I travel all over Texas advocating for the ID. What is the ID population? So domesticating would be, I guess you're saying it would be impossible? It would be, because if you're traveling all over the state, you're not home to do those domestic duties, you know. Martin Mulletson, hello, welcome. Not sure if you're a lady or a guy, but welcome anyway. My daughter won't be a domestic servant. That mentality must be eradicated. Agreed. 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 So now, since we started this, we were talking about a 50-50 woman. We've talked about marriage, committed relationships, people who are living together, and all of that. What do you guys think about? I'm laughing because I can't even get it out. About going out to eat. A guy says, I want to let's go out. Let's get to know each other. You're just starting to know each other, and he expects you to pay for your meal. What would you do?
If he tells me he want to go out with me, then he's paying. That's that.
That's automatic. That's if you invite me out, especially if you're the opposite sex and we're trying to date or whatever the case. If you ask me out, it is automatically you're picking up the tab. Now I can, sometimes it's like, hey, we should hang out or something like that. If it's not dating and there's no, intentions there, then maybe like I grab my, pay for my drink or pay for my food or whatever the case. But if you've shown an interest in me, if you DM me, then then yeah, I expect you to. If you in my DM and you talking about how, I look good and you want to get to know me better, then yeah, you're picking up the tab. Now, if it's a mutual thing, you know what? We need to hang out or something, blah, blah, blah. What you doing? Then I'll consider paying for my stuff. But like I said, if you pursued me and you trying to get to know me and all this type of stuff, then yeah, you picking up the tab, son.
Do you think that dynamic changes if you're both on an online dating site? So that means you're there to date,
right?
And you're interested in meeting people, and you're talking. Oh, hey, how about we go out? Do you think the woman should pay for her meal?
But who said?
Who initiated it?
Yeah.
You are on a dating site, so let's assume it's Tinder. You have to like the person has to like you. So there's a mutual likeness. Y'all start talking, and you're interested as a lady. You don't say it because tradition, demureness, whatever, because I think there's a certain age that you get to that I believe women under a certain age are more direct. Forward is not the right word, or more direct.
Aggressive.
Yeah. She said aggressive. No, not aggressive. I think more direct. So they're a little more direct and would say, yes, I want to go out with you. So are you saying that in that situation, the woman should pay for the meal? Because for me, I still say no.
If I say it, if I invite him and say, hey, let's go out to eat, I think we match. I'm still just gonna pay for my meal. That's about it. I will never pay a whole meal. Like,
she
no,
ain't paying for it regardless. She gonna either pay for hers or
I'm But understand, if I pay for my meal and you didn't offer to pay for my meal, and I went ahead and paid for my meal, understand we're at friend zone. This ain't going nowhere. You just showed me
the friend zone. Then yeah, you pay for your meal if it's friend zone,
right? But don't think that next time around. Okay, well, she's a 50-50 girl. She's going to pay for hers. I'm going to pay for mine. If you're trying to talk to me then I'm expecting you to pay for it. So if I started off paying for my meal, we're not trying to talk. You want to hang out, buddy. You want to watch movies.
we
You want
friends,
to the movie
platonic
theater.
friends.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. We going to the park. That's how
It's
far
funny you guys should say this because I've had a recent experience. So we're talking, oh, let's go out, let's do this. And I'm like, first of all, there's the Rona. I don't really know you like that. So we're going to meet at this coffee shop that has an outdoors. So we will be outdoors. All right. So I get there and I was a little late, whatever. And he is already there with his drink and everything. And oh, hi, he sees me. And I order my drink. And I'm like, he didn't come up here to pay for my drink. And I was very upset. I didn't show it on my face, but I was like, I drove here. I drove here for what? I was like, he's not interested. And I just acted like we're gonna be cool. You want to talk to somebody? I wanted to talk to somebody. It's cool. It's all right. We talked for a while. After the date, he sent messages. Oh, this was so nice and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, cool. And then after that, the way he pursued me became different. And I'm like, this is confusing. I thought you didn't like me like that. Why? We went to the coffee shop and you acted like you didn't know me when I wanted to order my drink. You didn't even come up and what's going on and blah, blah, blah. You let me order my drink and bring it to the table, and you didn't even ask to refresh it before we left. Oh, well, he did, but I declined because I was upset.
Oh, Lord.
No, he did ask. Let me be fair. He did ask, but I was like, don't want. Thank you. Keep it.
I don't know, because I don't know. Okay, coffee shop. I don't know. With just a regular coffee shop, I'm like, I can order my own drink because I'm so picky on the coffee shop. Like, okay, let me get a splash of caramel, drizzle of chocolate. Like, I'm doing the most. So I'm like, okay, I can buy my own drink. But now, if you offer, if you refill my drink,
give the card and say yes. He can what do you want? You list out all the things. A drizzle of honey butterscotch, a drizzle of pumpkin caramel, and 2 pumps of mocha with a splash of peppermint and hot water. Whatever you want. I can make my order. I need you to bring the card. That's it.
That's true. But, I don't know. Maybe like an initial date into a coffee shop, you trying to, just get to know a person, I guess, in a friendly fashion. But, like, if you talking about going out for dinner, I'm expecting to pay, and I will get a salad and a dessert.
Okay.
But I've already warned you, but prior to that I eat. Okay, so expect to bring some money.
Mm-hmm. We have a few comments. Cool Crafty Creation says, I've dated on an online dating site and he picked up the tab because he initiated it. I agree. Antona Budgets, hello. Antona B Budgets. Hi, ladies. I'm never paying for the meal unless it's his birthday.
That's true. No, well, if I'm
okay. How long y'all dating before you start paying for his birthday dinner?
It's got to be at least 6 months.
His birthday is in a year. I'm like, if his birthday is next month, I'm not going to even be there. That's too early. Go have fun with your friends on your birthday. That's too early. Your birthday was next month.
Cool Crafty Creation says, I'm 55, no filter. So my expectation is that if the man has asked me out, he's paying. We might be going into a different conversation now. Shalise, she has plans. Hello. She says, what did I come in on? We have been discussing the 50-50 woman and challenges of dating in 2020. And we're not really talking about Corona, but Corona has put quite a damper on my dating life.
Okay. I wanted to
Mine
ask,
too.
how does that work? Like, how does any of that work with Corona? Because I'm just like, how do you meet them? How do we do hugs?
We
You
don't
know,
hug.
how
We don't touch.
it's just, well, then that's healthy conversation, right? Wouldn't that
Yeah,
help
it should be.
healthy conversation?
It should
Well,
be.
if you've been talking for a while, well, when I mean a while, a month, 2 months, you get to know the person's habits.
Right.
And if, like for me, this guy has been very considerate and respectful because I'm like, I can't be here. I'm not going into any restaurant. There was another guy that I was talking to who's like, oh, we should go to this particular restaurant or this one. I said, do they have outdoor seating or outdoor seating? No. I said, I'm not going into any restaurant and sitting for 2 hours. I'm just not going to do it. And then your mask is down half the time. That I cannot do it. He has not been as considerate,
Understanding.
in my opinion,
Mhm.
understanding, because I have medically fragile people as part of my bubble. So I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So the other guy who has been considerate and he doesn't, like, oh, I'm going to go to this place and hang out with these randoms and, oh, we're doing this and we're doing that. So he has moved up the line, so to speak, because he's been careful and he is interested in keeping me as part of his bubble. And yeah, you go from there. Hi, Katrina.
I feel like, I think this Corona situation has gotten people to step back a little bit on being physical with the person and being able to get to actually know the person now. I'm assuming, because at this moment we're actually thinking about, oh, I could easily catch Corona talking to you,
You know what?
or kissing you, or or giving you a hug, or that. We more cautious about what we are, but also think that there's this wave of people that really just don't care and still doing what they want to do. And I'm actually just, I'm like, what? Like, how? I think Corona is just another layer of what you should have been worrying about. Like, okay, we're dating and we've been dating for a while, so now it's time we want to take it the next step. But of course, taking it the next step, we want to make sure that we don't have any diseases or anything going on. Corona is just like another layer on top. Like, we can't even get right here because we got this big old surface. So I don't know, because I just wonder, how does that work for people that are dating, and how do
I've
and
had people. I've had people stop talking to me, um, because I don't want to go out and date and go meet up with them and go to the movies and all that type of stuff. They
Oh,
literally stopped talking to me. I stopped communicating, stop, texting, stop reaching out. And they always say, so you don't let this virus keep you in the house. I mean, sir, I have 2 children. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Because if
yeah.
you can't have any understanding and respect my decision, then just
Then I
think
don't need
about
to.
something in the future that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Right,
wouldn't
right,
respect that then if it was something similar to this or in this category or something bigger than this.
right.
It's me. It's my belief. It's my life. It's it's me. This is what it's my opinion. It's my thought. It's how I feel about it. But yeah, I've had people stop talk to me.
And that's
No.
so inconsiderate because
Yeah,
I'm like, are you actually even thinking about my health? Or are you actually thinking about somebody outside of you at this moment? Because
they're
it
only thinking about themselves, their
right.
Yeah.
pleasures, what they want. Um, yeah, and that's it. They're only thinking about themselves. Yeah.
And I think with the way Corona went or has gone, it depends on where you were in, I guess, the relationship timeline by the time Corona started.
Mm-hmm.
So some people experienced some form of heartbreak because the person either fell off, stopped talking, and meanwhile, this is somebody who you were seeing and you were comfortable with, you liked the person, and then Corona, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what's going to happen now? And for some other people, it accelerated the relationships. Some people chose to either move in together or become, the one bubble. Once you're a bubble, basically, you're, yeah, once you're a bubble is
Mhm.
pretty quote unquote intimate, you know? You're in a bubble with maybe other, your kids, friends, parents, that sort of thing. But everybody is making sure that what they're doing does not affect the immediate group. So it's a responsible, it's another level of responsibility. And if you're able to show that you can be that responsible, it improves the dating because you're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're really in it for me.
The
You
long
want
run.
us to be safe. You're thinking of us as opposed to what just I want or what he wants. There've been a few. There was two guys on. Well, it's been more than two, but there were a couple of guys that said the same thing to me, Angela. Like, oh, so we can't go out and do something because of
Mhm.
Corona. I mean, I'll wear my mask. Yeah, you can wear your mask, but you're acting like this thing hasn't killed hundreds of thousands of people around the world in less than a year. You know,
They don't take
so
it seriously.
yeah.
Right. So, what other challenges do you guys have on dating?
All
And
of them. All of them.
all of them,
I
like what?
Consistency. There's no
consistency,
consistency. Um, it
keeping the
just
same
doesn't
energy.
seem like people. Well, I'm not gonna say people, but guys are not serious about being in a relationship or wanting a relationship. They want the benefits of it, true enough, but they don't want the commitment. They don't want the title. They don't want people to know that they're in a situation. And I hate that. Like, I was in a situationship for like 2.5 years. 2.5 years. And I don't fully blame him, because he said he didn't want a relationship. But me being the person that I am and having that desire, like, I'm not the type of girl that I don't hop from man to man. When I'm in a situation slash relationship, that's what I'm in. And I'm usually in it for the long run. Um and so when I do, give a person me, and I'm not just talking about physically, but I'm talking about my time. I have 2 kids. I don't have time to just waste, you know?
All
And so
right.
when I give a person that, I'm in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it, you know? But I do blame myself because I did not get out of it when I should have. So that's my issue right there, is the consistency is not there. Just It just seems like people they want the benefits of it. They want
Mhm.
you around. They want you doing all this wifey stuff, girlfriend stuff, but they don't want to put a title on it. They don't want to tell themselves that they're in a relationship because I honestly think that by them saying that they don't want a relationship, but yet they do relationship type stuff. If they decide to fool with another woman, then they can say, "Well, we wasn't in a relationship." You know what I mean?
Right.
So that way they won't have to hold themselves accountable. You
Right.
know? So that's just my thing right there. But I'm like literally over it. I'm so over it.
I hear you. I hear you. I was in something like that earlier in the year. But the funny thing is, he called himself my boyfriend, even though I didn't say the same thing. But this was a relationship. I think that as women, we need to look more for ourselves. Like, say what we want, do what we want, and be more considerate of ourselves. Because if you're going to chase something and be a go getter and actually get it, we shouldn't apologize for getting what we need or getting what we want. I think the guy, and this is the thing though, guys will take advantage, and it's not right and it's not fair. How do you say, "Oh, I don't want a relationship"? Then what are you doing with me? What are you saying? You know that that's what I want. If you don't want one, then get the hell out.
He
You
wants to
know, and
like
Yeah.
and
this.
stay
He
out.
wants,
He wanted
like
what,
Angel
Evie?
said, he wants the benefits. Like he wants to
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
have all of
Have
the
his cake and eat it too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just he doesn't want to be responsible. He doesn't want to have to do the work.
Yeah.
Saying that you're in a relationship means that you're going to be committed. He doesn't want
Yeah,
to be committed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, he doesn't want to do the effort. The effort is keeping your wife, your girlfriend happy. He doesn't
Mhm.
want to do that. And so
Mhm.
Mhm.
that's why they don't want to be saying, "Oh, I'm in a relationship. I have a girlfriend," or anything of that because they don't want.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is she frozen? Don't
I
be
think she
Evie
is.
frozen. I hope she didn't have a
No.
call coming in. Evie, you're frozen. No, come back. Come back. Okay, we'll get back to her. But she touched on something that I love this phrase that I use, and I say it to a lot of people. I say, look, too many men are emotionally irresponsible.
Oh yeah.
You're just irresponsible. Just you have your cake. You want your cake, or you want to eat the cake and have it at the same time. You
Mhm.
don't want to do the things that will keep your girlfriend happy, be around her, help her, just help lift the burden. It comes back to that burden. Help her lift the burden because that's what you're showing. Uh-oh, she's gone
She's
completely.
gone.
Help her lift the burden. And if you're not doing that, you're just not ready. You're just not
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Shalice says,
Absolutely.
when men say they don't want to be in a relationship, we as women have to be able to walk away. They've
Yeah.
come with a different tactic now. They've
They
said,
do.
I want to be in this relationship with you. I am in this relationship with you, but you need to give me some time to iron out some things.
Yeah. But you know what? In my situation, when he first told me that, and I was like, okay, and that's fine. That's fine. But this guy called me every day. He wanted to be around me every day. But I think it was more of and I heard somebody say this. when you bring that out of a person, like bring the commitment out of them, when they get to thinking about it, it scares them. So then they go back to, oh yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship. Yet your actions are saying something completely different. You know, you probably do desire to be in a relationship, but
Yes.
something in you is scared. Something in you is afraid. Something is going on within. And I just could not shake him. You know, like it was for 2.5 years. That's what he told me. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You need to move around. You know, you need to move
It
around.
sounds
Go
like
on
he was
about your
fighting
business.
himself.
Exactly. And I think he's
He
still
was
fighting
fighting.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's
He
still
was
fighting
fighting
himself.
himself.
But yeah, at
He's
this point, I've completely like it is what it is. You know, I'm not dealing with, especially since the pandemic has started. I pull back completely. You know,
mm-hmm.
I've pulled completely back, and now it's like I did something wrong because I pulled back from that toxic situation that I was in.
Oh
I did
no.
something wrong, cause yeah, and then he sent me a text. Oh, I
Jackie,
give up on us.
More
What
than
do
that.
you mean you give up on us? You never ever gave us a
there
fighting
is
chance to begin
there
with.
is no us. Exactly. That is
It's
unfair.
toxic. It is
It is
unfair
very
and it's
toxic.
toxic.
Do you know?
Evie's back. Where'd you
Yes,
go,
she
girl?
is.
Is she froze again?
What in the world? She did freeze.
Oh my god.
That almost.
Are we
Oh,
back?
there she is.
Okay, she's
Yeah,
back.
what
She's back.
girl?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. You're
Are we
going.
back? Are you?
Yes, yes,
All
you're
right.
here. Welcome. No, she's gone again.
Oh no.
Evie,
Let me get off.
She's there, but her picture isn't.
uh-oh.
Okay.
Are you back?
What's going on?
Maybe go off your Wi-Fi. Go just straight to your data on your phone.
Oh. Okay. Well, I only have Wi-Fi. I'm on the computer.
Okay. Okay. Well, you're good. You're good now. You're good. But yeah, that isn't fair because what that's saying is that he expected you to basically carry the whole relationship.
There was no
And
relationship.
well, but in his no, in his mind, see, this is how these guys think. They think, and it's so toxic, and they don't know that that is actually emotional abuse
It is.
because he doesn't he thinks, well, she has to prove that she wants me and she has to pull, like, you see some of these guys that come online and say, man, we've been through some stuff and she went through it with me even when
You
I was
shouldn't
being
have to go
a
through
child.
stuff just to
She,
get a man.
exactly, we're too old for that and we know too much to do that. We are more self-preservative than that to no, because after a couple of years, then his brain starts to come around and think, oh, well, she's been here, so might as well. And all of a sudden, boom. And then he comes out and says, well, she stuck with me and she hung with me and she did this. I ain't
I don't
doing
want to
it.
be nobody's afterthought. I don't want to come second to no other female. Like that's just that no, no. Because at that point when you come to the realization, I'm done.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
you
And
come
if
to your senses, I am done.
yes, yes, I don't need to wait around for you to come to your senses. I
Right. Or for you
I
to
don't
choose
need to do.
me. Mm-mm.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes, I agree with that. We know how to read between the lines. We can't fix people. Spiritual discernment to see those wrong ones from a long way off. Sorry about the um, about the freezing.
Not bad.
Yes, that sounds like gaslighting. Keep it
Mm-mm.
moving, bro. It
Yep.
is.
Gaslighting will have you confused
It
and
is.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
hurt and
Yeah.
lost,
Yep.
completely lost.
Yep.
It
And
is.
you actually had to almost have to write down what you said and what he said and then read it to know that, oh, even you're not crazy.
Right.
So,
It's like, what
uh,
did I do something? And then of course,
Mhm.
like I said, the last text was, I give up on us. There's nothing to give up on. Like, what are you giving up on?
Yeah.
Because you never made your intentions clear. The only thing that is literally embedded in my brain is, I don't want a relationship, because I heard that so much.
Mm.
right.
That's. Mm-mm. I'm going to share this. There's a graphic I wanted to share. I think I need to add it to the screen.
Shalice said he expects you to not be strong enough to walk away. He was counting on your need for the relationship to make you stay.
Oh,
Yes, he was counting on your need for a relationship to
yeah,
make you stay.
yeah,
This is the truth, and
yeah.
that's why I got this graphic while I was in therapy after I ran off the from my abusive first marriage.
Uh-huh.
They shared this power and control wheel with us. I think it was the what is it called? DVRST. I forget what it was, but these right here, this male privilege and this emotional abuse, these are very big things. Treating her like a servant, making all the big decisions, acting like the master of the castle, being the one to define the men's and women's roles. It can also, you know, be be turned completely on its head. Let that person do all those things and then say that everything they're doing is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isolating, putting her down, making her feel bad about herself, calling her names, making her think she's crazy, playing mind
Hmm.
games,
Hmm.
humiliating her,
You be
making
strong.
her feel guilty. Why would he make you feel guilty for something that you did not do?
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, it was unfair, it was toxic, it was, see, minimizing, denying, and blaming, making light of the abuse and not taking her concerns about it seriously, saying the abuse didn't happen, shifting responsibility for abusive behavior, saying she caused it. Him saying that you gave up on you all.
He said
Whew.
he gives up on us. But there
And
was
he
never
said
a us.
did you write? Because see, I would write that. I would be like, who is us?
Right.
Who was us?
Who is us? Because, and this is the thing. If somebody acts in a way towards you that makes you start, like Evie said, taking notes and keeping records,
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
relationship is all, we're already in this wheel. We're just finding out
Yep.
which, we're already in this wheel. We're
Yep.
just, we're there. Because if I have to tell you which us on February 5th, 2020, you
Right.
said, and I quote,
And I quote, I don't want a
I
relationship.
want a relationship. When
So
I
where
asked
does
you
the
what
us
are our
come
plans
from?
for Valentine's Day, what are you? There is no us to discuss. And he'll always say something else. He'll say, and you'll counter with Exhibit B,
Mm-hmm.
December
Exactly.
21st,
Exactly.
2019, blah, 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 September 28th. You'll crop
Yep.
his text and send it to him.
Right.
Yep.
And you act like that's not exactly what I was talking about. At that time, you were doing this.
Mhm.
I had some type of feelings at that moment. So I said those things because I was upset. I'm like,
But you know what, Evie, like I told you yesterday, when he said that he was mad at me because he thought I was mad at him, like that is so petty.
What?
So petty.
I'm mad at you because I think you're mad at me.
Yeah, I was mad at you because I thought you was mad at me. I'm like, what? Like, and this was a situation, like, this was a very emotional time in my life when my aunt passed away. And, I had sent him a text after her services, she had evening services.
Hi,
So I sent
Mila.
him a text and, just letting him know, hey, we made it home safely. He didn't reply back. He didn't send any type of reaction to it. No acknowledgement that he got it. No, okay, I'm glad you're home safe. Okay, have a good night. Like nothing. But he was on social media because I got on social media and I saw he was on there. I did not trip. I did not say anything. I continued with my night. The next day, I asked him, hey, did you see my text last night? And he was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to reply to you or text you back or something, he said. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know. And then it was just this big thing where he got so defensive, you know. And I'm not with the arguing. I really do not even care at this point. Right now, I'm an emotional wreck. I just lost my aunt. I really don't care. But it's the simple fact that at this time in my life, you were not there. But I'm always there when you need me, you know? So, long story short, he was like, see, that's fine. I don't want to be in a relationship. That's fine. And that is completely fine. We stopped talking. Months pass, and then he kind of tries to trickle back into my life with little texts here, little texts there. And then it finally came out that, oh, I was mad because I thought you was mad at me. So it's like petty. And then that's another thing. Communication. He doesn't know how to communicate at
Yeah,
all.
he's not a man at your level. That's just it. That's just it. Because how can you? How can the person you're close to? I'm we're like you're being each other's people because from your description of how you guys related, I'm your person, I'm one of your people, you're one of my people. We're,
Yeah,
just like you have people.
yeah.
And then I tell you my aunt died and I'm upset and I'm emotional and you don't come running. You don't come running. No,
And
that's
his
a
his
no.
response his response was he doesn't know how to deal with or how to comfort people in, I guess, those times. And it's and see, that's another thing. It's immaturity. He's very much so immature because it's not about, necessarily being there physically or whatever the case, but just letting a person know that you're there. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you need me, I'm here. If you just want to talk, I'm here. All I did was tell you that we made it home. You're on your phone because you're online. So you have your phone in your hand and then you just completely ignore. And then I hate to be ignored. I'm sorry, but I hate for a person to ignore me, especially if I'm trying to communicate with you. And it's not arguing, it's just communication. And then for you to ignore me, like that's just, I don't know.
Ig-
It's just weird.
Ignoring, stonewalling, all of it, those are all forms of emotional abuse.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say, I'm upset, you're upset, we need some time to cool off. And
Right.
after some time, you come back and talk. It's another
Right.
thing to just what? Especially when you needed it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
No. he's proven himself to not be your person.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Cool Crafty Creations.
Good night.
Yeah. So yes, she has plans. Shalice says we also need to stop expecting our level of commitment from people, that show they are not at that level.
That's true.
But then some people start out showing that they're at that level,
They're at that level, then they show the real them.
and then they
Mhm.
fall off.
Yep.
Then they fall off.
Yep.
And by that time, you already are in love with them.
You're in love. You're
Mhm.
invested. You're
Those
thinking
true
about
colors.
this. We're
Those true
doing
colors
things
come out.
together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before she left, Cool Crafty Creation says, exactly, meet people at the same energy level that they give to you. Can't expect what you're not getting. And that, I think that's the energy we have to have moving forward in 2020 and on to 2021. Keep that same energy. We will match. We'll keep the same energy.
Yeah. I'm on what you on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look out for me, and then I will talk. I will complain. Well, at least that's me. I will complain.
Yeah.
You can't fall off and then like for example, this guy I was dating a couple of years ago. I had a huge celebration that I had to go to, and I don't even remember why he was upset. There wasn't really anything to be upset about, and I had to drive a long way for this celebration, and he didn't call, he didn't text, he knew the date, he didn't say anything.
Oh wow.
And I was just like, I'm going to keep the same energy. So I was just like, you're dead to me. You're dead. I don't know you. Never heard about you. I don't care. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, oh, I've forgotten him. I said, who did what? No.
Why does it have to take you to have to be cut off in order for them to realize, oh, hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Literally cut you off in
Yeah.
order for you to do that. I can never understand that.
And I was like, I drove for 16 hours. You didn't call me once. I drove with my baby for 16 hours. You didn't call me once to see how we were doing, to see where we were, where we had gotten to. Previously, he would be on the phone every 2 hours. And some of the time he would even video stream and say, I want to see how you're driving. Let's just go so that I can help you stay awake. Because I was 16-hour drive. Come on now. Somebody needs to call you and help encourage you so you can continue. But yeah, then he calls and he's like, oh, you've forgotten me. You don't call anymore. You don't text anymore. And I said, the phone works both ways. I'm keeping the same. I'm doing what you did. Well, I was upset because of this and that. And I said, there is nothing. We didn't have an argument. There's nothing that should have kept you from joining me to celebrate my big day. There's nothing. There's nothing. Your girl's getting an award and you say you want to marry her because we were engaged. You say you want to marry her and all of a sudden I can't reach you. And I had called during that trip because I was like, well, this isn't like him. Let's find out what's going on. I called twice, no response, no text, nothing. I'm like, okay. But we had a couple of arguments some weeks prior and, something like that. But I was like, that's not enough reason because we are talking marriage here. This is, you're in it for the long haul. And there was nothing that happened that was serious enough to just warrant being iced out. So after 2 weeks, and he's like, you've forgotten me, you've left me, oh, I was ill. He kept bringing up, I was ill. I was in the hospital. I said, if you were in the hospital, why didn't anyone else call me? Am I not the first person? Or if not the first person, am I not the third person that should be called after your mom and dad? That's what would make sense. So how long were you in the hospital for? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. Oh, but let's get to talking about us. I said, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this. I had a huge celebration. Me and the kid were on the road for 16 hours one way, and you didn't bother to check or even ask anyone to call and see how we were doing. You don't like me at this point. I told him that. He was like, "Oh, you must have met someone. You've been talking to a guy."
Oh my God.
I said, I haven't met anybody. You mean you leave me and you'll be single? And I said, oh yes. Oh yes. And I am very happy. Thank you very much. Do you know that this guy went on a crying trip and blah blah blah, I've broken his heart, I've done this, I've done that, blah blah blah. And I just kept looking at this wheel. I just kept looking at this wheel because that was him trying to control me. So you can do whatever you want over here, whenever, however, with whoever, but yet you expect me to still be right here, standing as a solid rock. I don't need your dead weight. I have enough.
Right.
I don't need any extra. I don't need any extra. Shalice says the phone works in the hospital. He had his phone. That was just a lie. He had his phone. He had his phone. But yeah, and then after that, he keeps calling and begging, and now all of a sudden everybody else remembers they have my number. And I was like, where were you guys when he claimed he was in the hospital? Where were you guys? Now you're calling me to say he's sorry, he's upset, oh, he's having heart palpitations. How can you be so heartless? And I was like, I just kept looking at this wheel. I just kept looking at it. I was like, this is, he might do something to himself. I said, first of all, he's too old. Don't, we're not 21. That I'm going to throw myself over the, I will not fall for that. If you want to do it, I'm sorry, Godspeed, but I'm not going to capitulate to what you're saying because I just kept looking at this wheel. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I'll be like, okay, well, let me get off this phone so you can do what you need to do.
Right. Go ahead. Be careful. Look, don't make a mess.
Be careful.
Don't make a mess.
Don't make.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It was crazy. So yes, these expectations and these things. So at the end of the day, for us, it looks like a lot of men, and it's eventually those are not the men who we're going to be with, but it seems like a lot of men just want to take, and they come to take, and it's time for us to say, no, I'm looking out for me, my peace above all else, my betterment above all else, and that's it, and that's it.
Yeah, eventually, and I will hope that all women can come to agreement on doing that as well, because he won't learn if there's another one that will take him weak.
Yes.
And yeah, what's the point? Like, he won't learn and become, okay, well, let me step it up, let me get myself together, let me choose the woman I want to be with and be with that woman. Like, no, we have to hold ourselves.
It's too many women out there that's that don't have, you know, standards, and just let them do what they want. And so they think
Mm-hmm.
every other female is going to do it. And like
Mm-hmm.
you said, Evie, if more women put their foot down and have some standards and say, this is not what I'm dealing with, or I'm not dealing with this, I'm not dealing with that, and challenge these men to, you know, step up to the plate with
Mhm.
some respect, with some communication, with some consistency,
Right.
then yeah, they'll get their stuff together. But as long as there are women there that don't care if he's consistent, don't care if he communicates, like don't care if he's um respectful, then the men will continue to try to get what they can get out of whoever they can get it out of.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the women that are okay being the side chick.
Yeah, those two. We
Mhm.
we we
Let's
gotta have more
we'll
respect
have
for
to have
ourselves than
we'll
to
have to have
have.
that as a separate conversation
Oh
because
yeah.
no. What?
Yeah.
Ooh. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
I
Mm-mm.
don't understand that.
So
I
tune
actually
in next Saturday. No.
It's crazy to me
care.
how a man would have the gumption, the effrontery, the unmitigated gall to open his mouth and say, well, you're not doing this. I can have, and I've actually had the unfortunate experience of having a man say this to me. Well, I can have a younger woman do this for me. And I was like,
Okay.
get on with your smelly self. Go away. Why are you talking to me then? If you can
Right.
have, oh, I can have many younger, more beautiful women doing this and that for me. I was like,
Don't do it.
you will not do me any favors. You cannot. B, you will not do me any favors. So go find the younger, more beautiful ladies you're talking about. Why are you still talking to me? I don't
Hmm.
want you. I
Yeah.
don't want you,
Shalice,
sir.
Shalice said some women don't know how to be happy alone and will fall for any man.
Baby, she
Mm.
right. But I like my peace and I like being alone because I don't have to
Oh,
deal with nobody um messing up my damn peace in my space.
right,
Mm.
right.
It's a
I,
privilege. I feel like it's a privilege to even come into my space because I love my space so much.
yeah.
I'm already an introvert, so um,
Exactly.
I, no, no,
I'm all right by myself.
no.
I actually enjoyed my alone time. I really do.
Yeah. You ain't
Yep,
I,
got look,
I
you ain't gotta worry
exactly.
about nobody talking about your crafting supplies everywhere, your glitter everywhere. How Evie?
Nobody's
my
stealing my
planner.
recipe.
Yes.
Right. I
Mhm.
actually enjoyed that time by myself. I actually
No.
tried to like when we were dating, I did most of the time went to the movies by myself and gone out to eat by myself because I actually liked doing that. I enjoyed it. And so
Mhm.
even afterwards, like there were times where I just wanted to do things on my own and
Mhm.
I enjoyed my alone time, you know.
Yeah.
It,
Not
it,
talking,
it,
just
it's important. It's
yeah.
important to know how to be alone,
Very, very.
to actually be alone, enjoy your alone time, because there will be a time when it will not be that way, and
Right.
it's so weird. Who knows? In a couple of years, we'll be talking about, man, those single days. Wow, I can't believe they're gone.
Right.
All of a sudden, you're like, I can't believe they're gone. I can't believe they're gone. Oh, I enjoyed myself or stuff like that.
Because
Yeah.
it ends up being a lot of attention that now you got to give to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. And you have to share. Oh,
share, and then you also have to keep up a positive energy. at,
Mm-hmm.
at most of the time. Like you can't be stank every time, he come home or stuff like that. So you have to keep a positive energy and keep a peace in your home. And that's like the toughest thing
That's
ever.
a
Oh,
lot.
I
Right,
don't know about,
whatever.
I don't know about that.
And then
I don't know
sharing,
about
being, intimate, doing after a long day of work and, or dealing with kids and stuff like that. Sometimes you just need to take a nap.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot once you hit that marriage life. And I was like, what? Like,
And
wait a minute.
don't forget that exchange of energy, because people's energy rub off on you, and
Yep.
he could have a hard day at work, come with
Mhm.
this nasty energy, and now you feeling a certain way because he didn't.
Right.
I don't got time for all of that, man.
You have to be strong. You have to be strong.
Mm-mm.
And
I pass.
I've like became a person where, okay, I'm not gonna let nobody ruin my energy no more. Like, it's not gonna happen no more. I had a good day. I'm gonna continue to have a good day. If you didn't have a good day, I'll be concerned. But then again, I'm still gonna have my good day. If you can't get with the jokes, that's on you. I'm
But
cool. I'm
no,
trying to and have
that's when the conflict comes in.
right, but
That's
you know,
you guys. You know what? You guys have to be on the same page when it comes to stuff like that. You have to, like they say, be equally yoked. Okay,
mhm,
so you have to be on the same page in a relationship. So, like, okay, say, I do my meditation, I do my burn my sage. I try to keep my energy up and positive. You know, now what if you're in a relationship with somebody who don't believe in all of that? Then it's a conflict, because now you got your sage burning, you feeling good. You're not, like you say, you're not gonna let him mess up your energy, blah blah blah. But yet his energy is still effed up,
hey,
you know, and he gonna mess your energy up just
let,
because he don't get it.
yeah, and that's true. He will damper your energy a little bit. Um,
Hmm.
my thing is, like, I at this moment in this state and how life is right now, I can't. I don't have it anymore. Like, I've been spread too thin. My
I hear
emotions
you.
have been so out of control right now. Where if I found some joy, you're not finna take that. Like, you're not finna take
Yeah.
it away. Now you can go to the corner and deal with your stuff. I'm finna be over here, but I can't
Yeah.
do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. And he's gonna have to be in a space where, you know what, you might have a stressful day, but in this house that we're building,
You better
gonna be a
fix it.
peace house. Your joy is in this house, so we're gonna have to get it together. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I try to make myself now moving forward with everything, and I'm preparing myself and my soon to be home a joyous thing. So I'm
Hmm.
looking at how do I have the energy in my house, and and a bunch of it is me, um, because I'm the one in the house. Can I keep a joyous energy so when he comes from work from long 12-hour shifts, he's not down and I'm not trying to be this. I need to be a positive person anyway. You know what I'm saying? I know we all have
Hmm.
our down days, but I because of the marriage and trying to make it better, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna have to be, because I love being positive anyway. So I need to stay to myself and not allow his feelings to mess up my
Hmm.
vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so it's hard work. I mean, I know for me, I got to scoop a little ice cream to get it back up. I'm trying to revert from ice cream and candy to exercise and then meditation and yoga, because I think yoga actually works for me. And I didn't notice that until after I did it this morning, because I was like, okay, I'm going to start. And so I felt energized. I felt better. And I had an open mind. And then I went for a short walk, and then it was just better that way. So, yeah. That's what I plan for to go. Of course, y'all know my situation, so I can't really speak too much because it's a little bit different than a normal marriage. But yeah,
normal is overrated. There's
hey Gigi,
normal is
sensible. Can we use sensible or something?
Normal is a fallacy. Normal is a facade. We construct things and say everybody else should construct this thing, and all of a sudden this is normal.
But, so can we also say, because of that, can we also say that for some other people 50-50 is a normal situation for them?
For some people 50-50 will be normal. If everyone is happy with the situation.
Okay.
If one person isn't feeling cheated, if one person isn't feeling resentful, then yes, 50-50 would work for them. But you're going to have to do a whole bunch of things for me to get to that point. Now, this thing you were talking about, peace and energy, I don't believe that I need to be anyone's peace.
No, I don't think so either. I went through a stage where when he was down, I would be trying to build him up and build his peace up. And then I said, whoa, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I was giving my energy out and I didn't have anything.
Because he wasn't returning it.
Of course, because he was down. So he can't return it.
Yeah.
So I was
not returning it, but the problem is he wasn't, if I'm getting this right, he wasn't even accepting it. So basically you were casting your pearls before swine. That's what the Bible says. So you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink.
Right. And I would deposit my
all this positive, but it just kept coming down.
And I didn't
you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
Exactly.
And so I said, no, you can choose to be happy. You can find one thing that God has blessed you with, something little, and choose to be happy with it. Just like I can do it, you can do it too.
Yes.
And so now I don't have to deposit all of this energy to him no more. I'm just not going to do it. It's just what it is. I can be true who I am, which is a positive person. And if I would want my house to stay in the positive energy, I can be who I am. And that's it, And, but all of that trying to build, trying to encourage, no, because I encourage myself. So you can encourage yourself as well, I don't need to do all of that work anymore because I've done it and I was drained. I was laid up on the floor, just spread so thin because I was doing that and trying to help him feel better about his situation or anything that was going on with him. And you can't do that. You can't do that.
There's really only so much you can take and give before you get to that point. There really is so much. If they don't want to, like, I would consider myself maybe a generally melancholy person. I'm not the happy-go-lucky. No, I have what's called resting bitch face. I'm not upset, but you look at, are you upset? No,
I had that too.
This is my face.
They say I'm so unapproachable.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm in my brain reading comic books. What are you talking about? I'm having fun in my mind, but it doesn't show on my face. I don't have to be slam. You know, you walk around, somebody yells, "Oh, smile! Give us a smile." Hey, who is you? And why is you?
Stop looking at me.
Exactly. Oh, you look so much better when you smile.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the information. I already knew.
I don't go around smiling and cheesing and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, that's just not what I do. I'm happy,
Exactly.
all the time, but I just don't go around smiling.
Yeah. And if I'm not happy and I say something about it and I pray, because for me, I'll pray. Oh Lord, this is how I'm feeling. I'm upset and blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, the Holy Spirit starts talking, or I remember a scripture verse, or someone sends me a message, or I see a picture of my kid, or I just look up and I'm like, oh, wow, God has blessed me with this. It's not so bad. It's not that bad. I mean, look how much further I am now than 5 years ago or something. Okay, so Gigi was asking us to bring her up to speed. We talked about a whole bunch of things, but the way we started was talking about going 50-50 in paying for all the things that you need to in life and taking care of children, household, chores, domestic chores, and working and all of that, contributing to the household. Are you a 50-50 woman in that regard? And what are challenges that we face dating in 2020? So we talked about it all. We talked about one thing we didn't talk about was ghosting, I guess. But I guess maybe it kind of went with the territory of the inconsistency and not keeping the same energy.
I would ghoster because I tend to ghost. Like we mad, I'm ghosting. Like I'm not calling. I'm acting like you don't exist. I usually am that person, and yeah, because I can't. Because whatever I'm feeling some type of way, and whatever that's gonna come out of my mouth is gonna be very vicious. So I will ghost and just forget and be gone. That's how I am.
Wait. Well, if you decide not to say what is in your mind and you give it some time, maybe because you're upset and you don't want to say the wrong thing, that's not ghosting. Ghosting is
I won't say it either. I won't tell you the problem. I just act like you don't exist no more.
So you be ghosting.
Be ghosted.
Wow.
So you be ghosting people. Just cut them off without.
So it's different. It's different. Imagine you're vibing with a person. You guys are talking. You're texting every day. He's calling. You're seeing each other, and all of a sudden,
he don't want a relationship.
The mess. He. Oh, your good morning baby messages are. What? I haven't gotten my good morning beautiful message yet. What's going on? It's 12 o'clock. Okay, he's busy.
But are you saying good morning, handsome?
No.
Before? So you just expected good morning beautiful at 11.
Wait, okay, so it's noon. He hasn't said good morning beautiful. So at 3 o'clock, I'm gonna say hello with a question mark because
oh my God.
Hello.
So you haven't said good morning husband I'm not husband, good morning handsome anytime.
He didn't say good morning beautiful.
No, I'm talking about before when he used to say it all the
when he would say it all the time, yes, I would respond.
But have you started off and said good morning handsome?
No, because he started it. He started it, so he keep that same energy.
But why can't you say it too?
I say it when he says it.
After he says it, why you can't start it off and say it?
Why should I?
She ain't started.
That is not the normal way that I talk. So why would I do that?
I'm the type of person, if he says good morning, beautiful every morning, and then I backdoor and say good morning, handsome, I'm gonna trick him up, and one day I'm gonna say good morning, handsome before he says good morning, beautiful, just to have him know that, hey, I'm thinking about you too. And you just get him a little excited about it. Like, ooh, okay. Whoa, she's really interested in me. Because if I feel like if it was the other way around, you gotta wait on your response so you can, or
okay, I'll give you and I'll give you that. So yes, but I won't come up and say good morning, handsome. No, I'll say hi, sweetie. Good morning with a smiley face. Yes, occasionally I would do that. But occasionally, I think so. Yes.
That's like that's a hard. You really got it.
I mean, occasionally I would, but I like to receive that stuff. I did.
I think he would like to receive it as well. That makes him shake a little bit. Like, whoa,
No, but I'm the type of person that all of a sudden at 2:00 in the afternoon, hi, sweetie. That's me. When you're thinking, oh, I need another cup of coffee, I need another Coke, all of a sudden, oh, hi, sweetie. Okay. That's more me. That's more me, because if you want me to text you in the morning, I will text you at 5 a.m. because that's when I wake up.
And I feel you can text him at 5 a.m. If he sleep, he ain't gonna see that text until he up and look at his phone and be like,
and I will be upset. And I will be upset.
Nobody's up at 5 but you.
I'm not nobody. I'm not nobody.
Nobody is up but you up. You're the only one that's up at 5. How you gonna be upset if he get up at 8 and he sees your text at 8?
How you get up at 8? What are you doing with your life that you're getting up at 8?
I'm just saying he gets up at 8. He don't have to be at work until
he get up at 7.
Okay, all right.
You cannot get up at 7. If you haven't texted me by 6:30, good morning, beautiful, you aren't ready yet.
He sleep.
Why are you sleeping until the sun comes up? That is laziness.
You have to go to work until 9.
Why would you go to work till 9? I work on the construction site. You have to be at the site by 7, 7:30.
His job, he don't go to work until 9.
I don't know about that. All I know is before 8 o'clock, I need my good morning, beautiful text. If I don't get it, okay. And then after a while, and then 3 o'clock, oh, hey there, stranger.
Dang, he a stranger.
Huh?
I say he a stranger already.
Hey there. Well, if I'll say hello. I'll put a question mark. Hello, maybe a smiley face. And I expect within 3 hours, I'll give you some time, 3 hours. It's 2 o'clock. Maybe you've had a long, hard day. It started really early. You couldn't do, I'll give you a couple of hours. By 7 p.m., oh, I'm so sorry, baby. It was such a hard day and blah, blah, blah. And I did this and I did that. Or call me as you're on your way home from work. You're going to get that, hey, stranger text. Or, oh, like who, this dude, when was it that he sent me a message? And I was like, oh, you remembered me. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, let's see. It's been almost a whole day, and I haven't heard from you. That's I literally said, I said, look who remembered me. I'm reading the text. I said, why? Look who remembered me.
It has been almost a whole day that he hasn't talked to you, and you.
It's 4 o'clock. Where have you been, sir?
I think she on that. Don't introduce me to a vibe that you ain't finna keep up with.
Keep that same energy.
Sometimes it's not
something, keep it up. That's all I'm saying. He might need to decompress
from a rough day, or he's still in the rough day, and he don't have the time to text you.
Again. That's why I said,
wow. 10 a.m.
Wow, look who remembered me, because that's what you're gonna get. Hey, stranger, or oh wow, thanks for remembering me. Depending on how upset I am, thanks for remembering me, or oh yeah, hi. Oh, okay, just hi. Yes, hi. How can I help you?
How do you become a stranger within 10, not even 10 hours because you didn't get a text?
Don't be introducing me to no vibe that you don't plan on keeping up with.
But that's
because I'm used to you hitting me up at a certain time.
I get that in a way, but then it's like he could be really busy and just did not get.
Why are you making excuses for him, Evie?
Excuses. It's the real deal. I have to take care of the kids and stuff, so I can't call you, or I'm busy doing something that I can't call you. So if you're expecting me to call you, or I would say, hey, I'm gonna call you right back, and I don't call you back until about 8 p.m. and you be like, you told me you're coming back, and that was 10 o'clock, but I didn't call you back to 8 p.m. That's because I'm busy.
For me, that's understandable. I've heard from you, and I would give you some. I don't want to call it leeway. I would extend the, I don't know, courtesy, whatever it's called. I would extend just some understanding and say, okay, you were busy, blah blah blah. I would expect the same courtesy, but you cannot every morning for 2 months straight. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, sweetheart. Hi, baby. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, for
blah,
2
blah,
months?
Blah. And then all of a sudden,
change up, switch up on me. Nah, what's the problem? Something happened.
I will say, hey, stranger. Hey, stranger, because your brain needs to be reset. Clearly. I'm helping you reset your brain.
Because that's not him. That's not him.
That's not you. That's not the you I know.
Something happened. Something happened. That's not him. Yeah, something happened.
He was going through a routine, and he got a routine, the same routine over and over. It is not exciting anymore. But you were supposed to be the exciting one and catch him one day and say, hey, baby, how you doing? Before he even says, hi, hey, beautiful. That would be like, whoa, this woman.
What if I already did that, though? I'm tired.
But it's not something you do every day or something like that. It's that you caught him off guard, and then it got him excited enough to be like, okay, let me say something else. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, my queen, or something like that. It changes the dynamic because now he is excited that you have changed.
Reached out to him first.
Yeah, yeah. You can't be going through the same routine and thinking that he's not going to be tired of it.
What?
That's he changed up his words or something.
But you can change up too.
No, he can change. He can decide to text me like after his workout, right before he takes a shower, instead of texting me as soon as he wakes up. That's a change to his routine.
Right, but you
don't hear from him at all.
By now,
or he can call me on his way to work. I'm sorry I didn't text you this morning, baby. Blah, blah, blah. This is what's happening. Okay, cool. You have a blessed day. God bless you.
Some type of way, 20 minutes after he did not text you at 7:00. Now you feeling some type
of I said. That is not what I said. I said if it gets to 3, 4 o'clock like this.
Right, it's Shalice. Routine get
hey, stranger is what you will get. You need a reset. Hey, stranger. Because I haven't heard from you. And then if he wants an argument, then he says, well, you could have called me. And then then he won't hear from me. You
Right,
can
but
call
why
him.
you could have actually been in an accident. And you would never know.
How can you be in an accident and you don't tell me?
Okay, I'm just saying he could have been something happened, or his phone got stolen, or whatever the case is. You just never know with life. And you already feeling like, oh, who this person? Because he didn't text me, hey, sweetheart, at 7:03. Like, you already feeling all this type of way. Trust me,
Yeah.
I've been there. And
Yeah.
I have created whole narratives behind the fact that you just did not call me this morning.
That I won't do. I won't create a narrative.
Or something happened.
That I won't do. I won't create a narrative. I will just remind you that this is what we do. And I remind you by saying, hey, stranger, or I don't respond to your message for a while. And then you see me doing something and you're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, oh, hello. Thanks for remembering me and blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to be like, what does that mean? I'm like, do you want to fight now or later?
Oh, Lord.
2 months of him saying, hey, beautiful, every morning at 7:03.
And he switch up that one day.
You switch up one day, now you stranger.
No.
He a stranger.
You guys are making it extreme. It's not that extreme. I'm just saying. It's not that bad. It's not that extreme. Come on now.
That's funny.
Come on. But yeah, if I'm used to hearing from you, and I don't hear from you all of a sudden,
That's
and
a
then
red flag.
I call and you don't answer, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? What's going on? Because I prefer to call. Well, not really, but
I
don't like none of that.
So that I don't say something that I later regret, or so that I don't write something that I later regret, I'll prefer to call. Are you okay? What's going on? If you say you're okay, all right. And, that I guess that's it. Because
when you call up and you ask him, is he okay? He should have immediately be like, hey, yeah, I'm okay, but I'm sorry I didn't text you this morning. Something came up. At this moment, when you asking, are you okay? That means something changed.
That means I'm concerned, and I'm concerned because the routine changed. You're acting in a way that you don't normally act, so I'm concerned. Are you okay? What's going on? Oh, I'm sorry. I've had such a hard day at work, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll drop by later. Or don't forget you have your Epsom salts in the cupboard over here. Take a bath and get a soak so you can de-stress. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I call you, hey, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm cool. Or I'm okay. And then I'll be like, is something wrong? You sound different. Are you upset? Oh, I'm not upset. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Alrighty then. And I will step back.
Because I don't ever step back. No, I don't step.
Because I'm not gonna go through this. I'm not gonna go through that again. Yeah. I'm not going to go through that again. If you're upset, you need to be man enough and emotionally responsible enough to say what the problem is. Now, if there's a problem and you don't want to talk, then say that. Say, well, I am upset, but I'm not ready to talk about it. Okay. And then you should be emotionally responsible enough still to say, let's talk about it tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning. I have this big thing coming up at work and I need to focus on it and we need to talk. Cool. We've made a plan and we are thinking of us. But if you just say, oh yeah, I'm cool. Is there a problem? Are you upset? No, I mean, it is what it is. I'll be like, Bye. I'll change the locks. I'll change my number. I'll change your number in my phone. I mean, I won't do that, but shoot. I don't know you. Who is she? I've never heard. Never heard. I don't know her. I'll go on Mariah Carey. I don't know her.
I'm gonna be trying to figure out what's going on because
I listen to myself. Why do I do that?
I know that's pretty bad, but I'm the type to be like, okay, you gonna have to say something. Say something. You can't just say everything is cool and be done with it. That's not how it's gonna work. Like you gonna have to say something to have clear the air before we can really talk next week or whatever.
But you can't force him, though.
Huh?
You can't force him.
But you're not gonna leave me up here figuring out what's going on, and you're giving out some type of energy that you can't express.
Which is why the Hey Stranger comes.
Well, Hey Stranger is starting. You say Hey Stranger, you're already putting that energy out there. Like, okay, I'm some type of way. Hey Stranger, you've already put that energy that way. So his energy is gonna come back. I'm a stranger now. Okay, I'm gonna give you some more energy. You know, that's how.
No, that's childish because by me saying "Hey, stranger," it's a. I'm not saying, "Where have you been? Why haven't you called me? Where the hell have you?" Blah blah. Why haven't? I'm not saying that. I said, "Hey, stranger, you know that I'm upset because you're not a stranger to me. I'm not a stranger to you. So for me to say, hey, stranger," and then you're like, what is the problem? I'm like, but I haven't heard from you all day and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. This is happening and that is happening. And then I'll apologize and say, I'm sorry you had a hard day, blah, blah, blah. But if you get the hey, stranger text and you, ignore me, or when I call you because you didn't respond to the hey stranger text, and I call you and say, hey, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm just watching TV. Hey, me. Finish. We're done.
What do you think, Angela?
Angela, you're muted.
You're muted.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, if for 2 months straight he has kind of had this routine with texting you, blah 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 blah, then yeah, you become accustomed to it. So when he doesn't do it, it kind of raises some red flags, like what the hell going on? Like all of a sudden, I mean, I've gotten used to you. Okay, well, when I wake up, I got a text from you. I'm used to that. But yeah, I'd be like, oh, what happened? You overslept? What? I was expecting this text. What happened? I mean, I would have some questions. I don't know if I would like kick him to the curb, but I have to figure out like where his head is. Is there some type of change of heart going on or what?
Right. And I think for me in my relationship, I would think me saying, hey, stranger, because you wasn't a stranger yesterday, and now you're a stranger today because you didn't respond, that would have given him a feeling of
raised his eyebrow.
Right. And you don't want to start off making him raise his eyebrow. Like, even though I feel like this, like if it was the other way around and I didn't call you like I usually call you in the morning, and you come and you say, hey, stranger, to me, do you know what I've been through? And you finna come to me, stranger. And you've been kicking it and cool yesterday, and we not strangers yesterday, but now you're strange because you didn't get something.
But the same way I feel about you breaking that consistency, you should already know that you out of place now. Like something happened. Like you should already know, like, dang, I ain't hit her up this morning. Like I usually do. She probably gonna think something. I mean, like it's not one sided. Like when there's like, okay, he didn't text me this morning like he usually does. That's what 60 days consistent. And then you don't do it. Like he knows he didn't do it for whatever reason. He didn't do it. So if she says, "Hey, stranger," he already has an idea of why she called him stranger.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
If he should have already had the idea when you called him. You didn't have to say, "Hey, stranger." You could just have called him. And
I haven't called him. No, I haven't called him yet.
I think "Hey, stranger" makes it as in it kind of it's showing you that I'm feeling some type of way. That's the purpose of us saying "Hey, stranger." And we're that's the point. And if you don't even know what happened, you shouldn't be trying to feel some type of way before you figure out. For me, I was consistent.
I can see where you're coming from with that. I can
miss the day, and he missed that time frame. I'm calling him to see, are you okay? Now, if he says my mama died, "Hey, stranger" was very sensitive prior to you calling to find out what happened. Right?
So,
like, I'm just saying.
She say,
no, but how do you have such a big thing happen in your life and you don't let me know? That is
you 60 days into a relationship. Like
no, this is not 60 days into a relationship. This is after the relationship has been established, and this is so it's been more than 60 days is what I'm saying. But we've had this is what we do. I wake up in the morning, I do my what you call it, and whoop, 6:02. Hey, beautiful. Good morning, sweetheart. Blah blah blah. I saw your face in the sunlight this morning.
Is it an
expectation? So at the same time every morning?
In order to feel better? Go ahead. What you say, Angela?
Is it at the same time every morning?
Almost. It used to be. It used to be.
What if you got like, because with some phones you can set like a alarm type of deal to send your text at the same time every day.
That would be you'll have to write a program for that. But no, it wasn't at the same time every day, but it was
around
early in the
morning.
Early in the morning, yeah, before 7 o'clock.
So could she have said, "You okay, stranger"?
No, you can't say stranger.
She says, "Hey, stranger" is the relaxed form of "Where the fruitcake have you been?"
I know. Okay, excuse me, sir.
Because that is literally my question. Where have you been?
You have to say that. All you have to do is call and see what's happening.
No, because then I'm asking you for
for permission to feel the way I feel. I don't have to ask you for permission to feel the way I feel. I'm feeling a certain way because you ain't called me.
I'm calling you to see if I should be upset. No, I'm upset. Now the issue would be
this "Hey, stranger"
because he ain't text her.
Okay, I'm not upset. I'm wondering what happened. I'm not upset.
I'm a little bothered.
What happened?
No, well, I guess I shouldn't say, but I am not upset. Like
I'm
not angry.
Bothered.
I'm not angry, but I'm like, what do you mean? What have you been doing all day? You mean to tell me that I have not been in your mind all day? I have asked someone that. I've asked them, okay, this person that I said, wow, you remembered me. I was like, you mean to tell me that the entire day passed and clearly I was not on your mind. The appropriate response is what he said. How will you say something like that now? I've been thinking about you. Whether or not it's not completely true because you're busy, you have stuff to do. But you were thinking about me and oh, I was late. I'm sorry. Or I was busy. I'm sorry. The reason I even have a right to be upset is because we've established this rapport, we've established this relationship. We're talking and we have expectations of one another. You've created the expectation in me that at sometime before 7 o'clock, I'm going to get a text message expressing the wonders of my personality and my beautiful face.
Gigi said, "Hey, stranger will be starting stuff for me. Just call and text and ask if he's okay." I agree with that 100%. 100%.
But now he thinks you want to argue because he isn't a stranger. That's not me because I don't want to argue, but I'm questioning your choices at that point.
He was your whole boo, your boo thing, your love yesterday. And today he a stranger because he missed the time frame to send you this generic text. Because let me tell you, after 60 days of the same text, that's a generic text. That's just a routine. That's no kind of. After 60 days, I'm expecting maybe send me a rose or change it up.
I don't real. We're planner babes. I like a routine. This happens at this day, at this time I love a routine. This is what happens. It helps me structure my day. If she doesn't come on at 5 o'clock, I know she's coming on at 5:30. If she doesn't come on at 5:30, I know she's coming on at 6. So if I'm not working out with her at 6 a.m., I'm clearly not doing that workout. So, I mean, it's a little childish, but those are some of the little things for me that make me happy. Everybody's going to have something different. For me, it's one of those little, but at the same time, he's going to like it. He's like, oh, she likes getting those little corny.
So keep it up.
He got to be on it 6:02 every morning. He got, oh Lord, I'm late. I hope I'm not a stranger today.
Damn, I'm a stranger today.
I do not text her good morning. Oh Lord.
She gonna kill me.
She gonna kill me. I will be all stuff now because it is 7:03. Oh my God, what happened?
I'm like,
don't laugh at me.
Like, it's a job. You can't be late going to work. It's a job.
You
gotta be on time with them.
A job to him, and he can be a job to you. Okay.
He gotta be on time with them things. You gotta clock in on time.
Exactly.
But if he clocked in, if he got up late, you can't penalize them like that. You can't just
see? No, ma'am. Write him up.
You wake up late. You send. I mean, would it be better to do this? So he doesn't send me a message, and then at 7:30, I send a frowny face.
What?
Why? And my little idiosyncrasy.
That's a problem.
Like a baby in this regard. It's just me. It is just me. Because I would send you a frowny face and say, I was expecting your little corny ass text. What's going on?
It's like, what happened to my good morning text?
Yes.
So I'm expecting that you're gonna have that same energy too, right? Now, if he's expecting the text too, grab her ass and then
She was
just
scratching.
But she ain't started. She ain't started no.
Exactly.
text.
That's not my
She
responsibility.
didn't start that.
okay. So if he said good morning, beautiful, and you said afterward good morning, sunshine, okay, or whatever you say to him.
Then
One day
it needs to be
good
kept
morning,
up.
beautiful, and you forgot to text him back. He has the right to call you a stranger too, right?
Yes.
And you fine with that.
And I will say, I'm sorry, baby. This and this came up. I will be, look, because I know that's what I like.
Okay.
So if I see that, oh, he's upset. I'm sorry, baby. This is what happened. That is what happened. And he'll feel good.
Okay, so that's the same thing for you. And if so he says, I'm sorry. But if you come and call, he gonna call you a stranger. That's messed up. And you didn't, okay, you saw the text, but you didn't text right away back. And you forgot about it.
But I'm not saying it in a malicious way. I'm saying it to remind you because we are not strangers. That's the truth. We're not strangers. But I'm saying, hey, you're acting like a stranger. What's going on?
Because she didn't hear from you today.
Because
So
I didn't hear from
stranger.
you.
Oh my gosh.
You're acting like a stranger.
Hey, I used to say that to people. Be like, oh, hey, stranger. And they be like, don't say that. You know, I ain't heard from you. So you a stranger.
We can say that to somebody that we don't talk to every day or at 6:07 every morning. Like,
well, that's how she felt. She felt like he was a stranger. He had all this consistency going, and then he just fell off the face of the earth one day, and he a stranger now.
That's the thing. And the crazy thing is, if it bothered you that much, at 6:04, after he didn't text you at 6:03, you should have called him at 6:04 and said, "What happened?
What's my text?"
No, because that means I am begging you to remember me. No,
but you were begging him at 2:00.
What do you think that you wasn't on his mind at that time?
I feel like he probably
no. I just want to know. I feel like he must have been busy, and he needs to tell me that he was busy. That's where I'm trying to get to. If you didn't do what you normally would, something must have come up. You might have slept late. You're busy. You had to be, up and running. The kids woke up late. Blah blah blah. Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
So So I want to know what happened because I'm in your life. I want to know what happened. That's it.
See, for me, okay, so I'm like defensive on here because I'm that person.
Like surprises.
My husband will
sometimes I do.
Good morning or something like that. And I saw the text. I done read the text. I put the phone down because homeschool about to start and digital learning about to start. So I saw the text. I said, I'm going to text him back. But we started digital learning. Then I went to go make breakfast. Then I did this, that, the other. Now it's 4 p.m. He texts me at 7 a.m. in the morning, and it's 4 p.m. And I finally got some time. And I text, and then I said, hey, so if you call me a stranger at 4 p.m.,
no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. If he texts you again and says, hey, stranger, he's trying to call your attention. That's what it is for me. I'm trying to call your attention because if I text you at 7 and you're busy, you can't respond, and then you can't be sending me hey at 4:00. I'm going to say, I mean, there's a whole 8 hours.
I be doing stuff.
What is hey? What does that mean? I love this, Gigi. From my experiences, my husband has sent me a text daily since we started dating. If I don't get it by a certain time, I call or text and check on him. I like that. And that is my hey stranger.
But
It's
that's
the
no,
same
that's not it.
thing. I don't know why you're so upset about this word.
Because I'm not no stranger. If I was your boo,
I'm not thinking anything bad. I'm not thinking anything bad. I just want to reset you to factory settings. That's all.
She said back to factory settings.
You cannot reset me. Because
How?
I'm having a rough day, you want to reset me because I had made a mistake and did not text you at 6:02. The times are changing.
She said 6:02. Damn,
Well,
that's early.
this is where you communicate in a relationship.
Right.
If,
Call me
if,
back and say, hey,
if my new friend tells me, if my new friend tells me, please don't say that because it makes me feel in like this type of way. I'll say, okay, well then can we agree that this is what we're doing? This is how we communicate. If I haven't heard from you for a while, I'm going to do this. And if I'm upset, you will know by me doing this. Because when you call me and I'm not ready to talk because you haven't explained yourself, you'll know why. Because for me, like what you said, I text you at 7, boom, boom, boom. I don't hear from you until 4. And I tell you have a great day, blah, 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 in whatever text I wrote. And then at 4 o'clock, you're like, hey. My response is going to be, hey.
What you want?
Because I am waiting for you to tell me what has gone on.
Right. And then I can be
why
like,
you were so late.
hey, I'm sorry I didn't get to call you back or didn't text you back. I saw your message at 7, but I was so busy and I just finally had a break to come and talk to you.
That's all I'm waiting for.
You don't need to call me a stranger. Just say.
Oh, there she go with that word again. She really don't like strangers.
The word stranger makes it seem like, even though it's not an actual mean word, it's allowing them to know that you feel some type of way about the fact that you missed the call, missed the roll call at 6:03.
Because I do.
Yes, you can feel that way, but it's not fair to call a person to give that energy out for a person and you don't even know what happened.
I guess we're really seeing it in different way because when you tell somebody, but I wouldn't say to a stranger, hey stranger. Nobody does that.
But the person ain't a stranger. Like Gigi say, hey honey, are you okay? That's better because now that's saying, hey, you're still my sweetheart. I'm just concerned of you because I didn't hear you at 6:03.
You got, well, let me show this one first. You guys are making me I'm going to go back and ask some questions because you're going to get that hey. Yeah. No, or in my case, I was like, look who remembered me.
Lord. He probably had you all in his mind. He probably had said, oh man, I didn't get to text her. You know what? When I call her, I'm going to come and give her roses. I'm going to do all of this thing. I'm going to just do all of this for you. But then you called him a stranger. Now he feels some type of way that you done called him a stranger.
You can't come give me roses. TJ is home.
Huh?
He can't come give me roses. TJ is home.
He wanna shower with love and
do roses like that.
Huh?
I'm kidding.
Like, you can't jump to conclusions like that.
I didn't jump to any conclusions. I said one thing. I chose not to jump to any conclusions. I just said, hey, stranger, which is to remind you that I am not a stranger. So don't treat me like one. That's all I'm saying.
How long we been on this stage, stranger?
I know.
It's bedtime, y'all. Right. We've been here for
getting no roses. Call him stranger. Right.
Well, he better return. The thing is, anyway, if he does that and then he doesn't give an explanation, don't be upset when I just don't say anything. You'll call me, hi, sweetie.
Yeah,
Mhm,
we need to give you an explanation. But
mhm.
I have to be honest. I'm that one that ain't gonna respond back. So that consistency that you
I
want,
know, which is why I'm not dating you. I am not dating you. I texted you at 6 something in the morning. You didn't respond to my message, Evie.
I've seen your message. It's just that I see it and I'm like, I'm gonna respond to it, I promise, but then it don't happen. And so it is what it is. There's no hard feelings. I'm not angry at you. It just didn't happen. So I get where
And
he
that
coming from.
happens to me a lot. Like I'll start a text, like I'll start to text a person back, and it'll still be in my damn text. Like I'm texting
In the
them the
draft.
next damn day when I go back to text them, and it's like, oh snap, I ain't even sent this text. I ain't even
Right.
finished the text.
I've done that before. I've done that.
So yeah, it
I
be
do that
like
all the
that.
time.
Yeah, it be like that when you got a million and one things to do. You got one person telling you to do this, asking you to do that, and it just throws you off.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But yes, I will remind you of your factory settings because we're still
Oh Lord. Hey
we might
stranger.
we will have to have another conversation, but yes, I will have a conversation and say, how do you feel about this? Because I don't want you to get upset when I do call you stranger or when I say, is this when you're remembering me? Because I will ask you, why are you only just remembering me? What did I do to you? Hmm. Said, kill
Oh
the
Lord.
roses. Ain't nothing wrong with my settings. I didn't kill the roses.
You wasn't gonna get him.
I don't want your roses anyway.
She said she didn't get no roses. Calling them stranger.
So let's see. What can we talk about
So
next?
what do we look for next
Yeah.
Saturday? What do they
Anybody?
have to look forward to next Saturday?
Is it next Saturday?
We can do it next set. I'm
Is it?
open. Or we do it once a month or twice a month. I
I'm
don't know.
not sure. I'm not sure I'm open.
No.
I need you to all
Well,
come back
next
Saturday.
time we
I can't come back next Saturday. I don't want to be a stranger.
If you don't come back,
yep,
you are gonna be
yep,
a stranger.
Not
yep.
to you guys.
Keep that same energy.
That same energy.
Keep that same energy. Don't introduce us to a vibe you can't keep.
I'm not dating you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to be. I don't want nobody to say. But we said this. And I'll be like, but I had to meet my girls. Okay, okay. Because if somebody sends me that or says, oh, but I had to do this. Okay, that when once a woman says okay, you need to check if it's really okay.
It's never okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Or no. It'll be
Right.
oh okay, okay, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So y'all, we have been. Whew, it's been good.
Yeah.
So I can neither confirm nor deny that we will be on here next Saturday. I'm not sure that that'll happen. I'm not sure that
Maybe the
that'll happen.
Saturday after.
Maybe the Saturday after, yes. So if it all goes well and we're able to do it, cool. If we're not, then we will announce it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Instagrams. We
Shalice,
will
do
do that.
you have any ideas on what you want to talk about? We got a couple of ideas that we want to include y'all as well.
Yes. Send us ideas and things you guys want us to talk about. Hi, Cindy. Oh, you're coming in on the late. We're about to leave. We are about to leave.
Yeah, I want to talk about like Some good
Y'all
stuff.
want to tell them your Instagram?
Grown
have
woman.
Instagram?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can put it somewhere. So Instagram, let's see. Angela, what's your Instagram? Angela's Instagram is
Angela __ Renee RENEE.
okay. EB's Instagram
Designs
is
Evie. Oh no, designs _by _Evie. I think that's it.
yes.
Sure. Let me check.
That's what I needed.
Let me see.
I think that's what mine is. Angela __,
Yeah.
2 underscores. Angela __ Renee. Yeah.
And mine is pretty simple. It's the same as my YouTube. So yes, this is our Instagram. Send us topics and things we need to discuss. This is Grown Woman Chat. Come with your glass. My glass is now empty. It was full of kombucha. So come with your glass, come with your ice cream or whatnot. Come with whatever.
And your questions, and if you have something
Yes.
like issue that you want us to solve or something.
Yes. So we will bring perspectives from our different experiences, the different cultures, travels,
Crazy.
life in general, and you'll hear some crazy things like getting a "Hey Stranger" text at 4 p.m. because you didn't text her at 7 in the morning. You'll hear some of that because we're human. That's it. That's it.
So don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger.
Yes, don't be strangers, everybody. Don't be strangers. So we are going to hang up the chat. Now I'm going to talk to the ladies in the background without you guys. Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.